If you remember in our last lesson, we talked about synthetic substitution. So we're going to talk a little bit more about synthetic substitution, but we're going to take it one step further and actually do some division. So synthetic division of polynomials. Let's start with a quick review of our synthetic substitution. So here we have f of x equals x cubed plus 3x squared minus 7. And it says find it for when x equals negative 3. So we'll start with writing down our coefficients. We have a 1, 3. There's no x coefficient here, so we're just going to put a 0 and a minus 7. Off to the side, we're going to put our minus 3. Remember, we bring our leading coefficient straight down, and we multiply and add, multiply and add, multiply and add. This one had a lot of zeros in it, but our final answer is negative 7. And again, remember, you can double check this by doing direct substitution. So plugging in a negative 3 here and a negative 3 here and making sure that you still get a negative 7. So like I said, we're going to take this one step further and we're going to look at synthetic division. So our problem is going to look like this: 3x cubed plus 17x squared plus 21x minus 11, and we're dividing that by x plus 3. We have our steps up here. We're going to kind of talk through the steps as we go through this example. So starts with, check the exponents. We've got a cubed, squared, x, and nothing. And there's counting down, we're not missing any, so we don't need any placeholders. We're just going to write down our coefficients. So 3, 17, 21, and negative 11. All right, so then it says find x. Here we have divided by x minus 3. So we're going to say, what if we had x minus 3, or x plus 3, set it equal to 0, solve for x, and we get x equals negative 3. So negative 3 is going to be our dividing number here. We're going to go through the steps like we're used to in doing synthetic substitution, so the same steps. Carry down your coefficient. We've got a 3. Multiply is a negative 9. Adding together, we get 8. Multiply. Add them together. Multiply. And add them together. All right, so before, when we were doing synthetic substitution, we would just say our answer is 2. But now we're actually dividing a polynomial by another polynomial. So our answer needs to be written also as a polynomial. So to write down our answer, these numbers here are going to be our coefficients. Remember, that's the number in front of the exponent. And since we started with an x cubed, everything is going to go down one number. So what does that mean? Instead of an x cubed, we're going to have 3x squared plus 8x minus 3. And now we still have this remainder. What do we do with this remainder? The way we write it is as a fraction. So plus 2 divided by x plus 3, what we were originally dividing by. So if you have a remainder, your final term should be a fraction. And this is how you would write your answer. We'll look at another example here. So it says dividing x squared plus 8x plus 12. We're dividing by x minus 3. We'll start by writing out our leading coefficient and our other coefficient. So 1, 8, and 12. We don't need any placeholders here. We're dividing by, we have x minus 3 over here. So we're going to divide by a positive 3. Carry down, our leading coefficient is 1. Multiply, we get 3. Here we have 11, 33, and 45. And then remember to write your final answer. We're going to start with whatever our highest exponent is and go down 1. So we just have x plus 11, and then we do have a remainder, so plus 45 over x minus 3. One more example, just because it's worth looking at one more. This one's written a little bit differently, but we still know it means to take 2x cubed plus 5x minus 4, and divide that by x plus 2. So again, we'll write out our coefficients. We've got a 2. There isn't an x squared term here, so don't forget your placeholder of a 0, 5, and negative 4. And we are dividing by x plus 2, so over here we're going to put a minus 2. Bring down your 2. Negative 4 is our multiplied number, so adding these is negative 4. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. 8 plus 5 is 13, times negative 2 is negative 26. Add these together is negative 30. And then to write your final answer, remember we go down one exponent value, so we have a cubed up there. So 2x squared minus 4x plus 13, and then minus 30 over x plus 2. If you have additional questions, make sure that you are checking in and asking your math teacher, and I hope you have a good day.